My charming and fair-minded Libra friend, hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. On Libra, you feel the world's scales shifting this week, but it's not an outside imbalance that catches your breath. There's a hush underneath your usual calm, a sense that something inside you is quietly recalibrating. The air feels heavier, as if you're holding a question that you can't quite put into words. Maybe you sense a yearning for renewal, an ache to believe that things can be lighter, clearer, or truer than they've been. But beneath that longing, there's a subtle tension, the worry that if you let your guard down, the peace you crave might slip through your fingers. You're holding yourself together, poised between hope and a private kind of weariness. It's not dramatic, but it lingers in the way you move through the days, in the way your heart pauses before it trusts in the promise of something new. You are carrying a quiet glow within you this week, Libra, even if it doesn't always feel visible to the world. The star stands behind your eyes, a gentle radiance that persists in spite of doubts or fatigue. This isn't a loud or showy hope. It's the kind that arrives in quiet moments, when you exhale after a long day, or when you catch yourself daydreaming about what healing might feel like. There is a part of you that believes in the possibility of gentle restoration, even as you recognize that old wounds and disappointments haven't vanished. You may find yourself longing for a sense of renewal, for a fresh chapter that honors where you've been without asking you to erase the scars. There's something soft about the way you're holding your own vulnerability now. It's as if your inner posture leans toward trust, but only cautiously, aware of how easily hope can be bruised. You want to let go of the heaviness, but you're also aware of how it has shaped you, reminding you that healing isn't an all-or-nothing journey. In your quieter moments, you notice a flicker of openness, a willingness to let small joys in, to entertain the idea that comfort is possible even when certainty isn't. This gentle orientation toward hope doesn't erase your doubts, but it allows you to rest for a moment in the possibility of relief. You may feel a little more tender than usual, a little more receptive to beauty, kindness, or a well-timed word. That's not weakness, it's the sign of something within you reaching toward the light, even as you recognize the shadows. You are standing at a threshold, aware of what you wish for, but also alert to the risks of disappointment. The star in you is quietly steadfast, urging you to keep believing in gentle beginnings, even when the world feels a little too complicated to promise them outright. From this inner landscape, a place of cautious hope and quiet longing, your path for the week begins to take shape. It is your own yearning for relief and meaning that sets things in motion. The ache for renewal doesn't stay hidden. It starts to influence the way you engage with your days, shaping the choices you make, both large and small. The more you listen to that gentle longing for something better, the more you notice the weight you've been carrying and the subtle friction as you try to move forward without leaving yourself behind. As this week unfolds, you're likely to feel the press of responsibilities and expectations more acutely. The Ten of Wands appears along your path, not as a sudden burden, but as the slow accumulation of obligations, tasks, and silent promises you've made to yourself and others. It's as if every little thing you care about is asking for your attention at once. There's momentum to your days, appointments, needs, deadlines, the unending stream of what must be managed. The tension you carried quietly before now meets the reality of too much on your plate. You may notice how even small requests or minor upsets feel heavier, as if your energy is stretched thin across a landscape of commitments. This isn't just about work or chores. It's the emotional weight of wanting to do right by everyone, to maintain harmony, to live up to your own high standards. There's a friction between your desire for ease and the reality of what's required of you. Sometimes you may find yourself moving forward on autopilot, ticking boxes, saying yes when you wish you could pause. You might sense the strain in your shoulders, the way your mind leaps ahead to the next thing before you've even caught your breath. There's a cost to carrying so much, even if it feels necessary. The more you strive to keep everything in balance, the more aware you become of your own limits. Yet within this momentum, there's also a subtle kind of agency. You are not just a passive participant. The path you're on is shaped by the choices you make about what to carry and what to release. The pressures may feel relentless, but there's also the quiet realization that not every weight is yours alone to hold. The Ten of Wands doesn't judge you for feeling stretched. It simply reveals what happens when hope and responsibility collide. You're learning what it feels like to move through a world that asks more of you than you sometimes want to give, while still holding onto the belief that a lighter way is possible. The possibility for real change this week isn't automatic. It rests on your willingness to be present with all that you're carrying. Only when you meet the moment with conscious attention instead of habit or resignation, do new options begin to appear. The potential for something different, something more vital and alive, depends on your openness to see what's truly yours to hold and what might be set aside, even briefly. Growth doesn't arrive by accident. It needs your presence, your permission, your trust in your own timing. If you allow yourself to engage with the pressures of the week honestly, without pretending you're unaffected or immune, a new kind of energy can emerge. The Ace of Wands enters quietly, not as a demand, but as an invitation to rediscover what lights you up from the inside. This is not about grand gestures or dramatic reinvention. Instead, it's about noticing the first spark of genuine interest, the subtle thrill of possibility that arises when you remember what excites or inspires you. It could be as simple as an idea that catches your attention, a conversation that stirs your curiosity, or a moment when you realize you want something more for yourself. This potential is fragile at first, easily overlooked if you're lost in the noise of obligation. Yet, when you meet the moment consciously, you start to sense a new rhythm, a creative urge that feels like it belongs to you and no one else. The Ace of Wands is not a promise that everything will change overnight, but it offers a gentle nudge. What if, amid the weight, you allowed yourself a little space to explore what excites you? What if you gave yourself permission to feel a sense of renewal, not as an escape from responsibility, but as a way to remember your own vitality? Growth here is not about doing more. It's about letting yourself feel alive within the life you already have. Across this week, there's a thread connecting your quiet hope, your burdens, and your emerging desire for something new. The star reminds you that healing doesn't require perfection, only a willingness to believe in gentle beginnings. The Ten of Wands shows you the cost, and the dignity, of caring deeply, even when it's heavy. The Ace of Wands offers you a glimpse of your own creative spark, waiting patiently behind the layers of duty and expectation. Taken together, these energies do not guarantee ease or resolution, but they reveal how your inner light can persist, even in challenging times. The week is not about escaping responsibility or forcing optimism. It's about letting your hope inform your choices, allowing yourself to be honest about what's weighing you down, and remaining open to the small, vital flames of inspiration that can brighten even the busiest days. In the quiet moments, you may find a new sense of balance, not because everything is resolved, but because you are present with it all, breathing into the space where hope and reality meet. Actionable insights for Libra this week. Notice how your energy shifts when you give yourself a brief pause before responding to a request. Let yourself enjoy one simple pleasure without rushing to the next thing. If a new idea excites you, try writing it down just for yourself. spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I notice the quiet hope within me. I honor the weight I carry and what it means. I let small sparks of energy find me. I trust that my presence is enough. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.